997, 998, 999,000. Oh, shit. Sorry. Didn't see you guys there. Let me just, Is that better? You're probably wondering why you're currently being rizzed up by a shirtless Andrew Tate wannabe. Well, I'll tell you why. Two main reasons. Three main reasons. One, it is 79 degrees in this house because the AC is broken. Two, your boy tried to do one of those DIY at-home hair removal cream things, and it went horribly wrong, so t-shirts hurt. And three, I waited until nighttime to do this, so your boy's out of energy, and lying down is the best option. Anyway, we're gonna make the most of this. Today, we're gonna go on about momentum. I was chatting with my dad today. A lot of these come from his wisdom. He's a pretty smart lad. But we have this analogy between us. I'll tell you the backstory. When I was in 8th grade, I joined boarding school. Now, I was in a very traditional South African boarding school, which involved traditional, as you Americans call, hazing, initiation. Very traditional. It involved wax. It involved humiliation. It involved group punishment. It involved a bunch of shit like that. Listen, made us the greatest band of brothers that ever there was. But it was a rough time for all the grade 8s, eh? As we called them and ourselves at the time, new pots. Now, boarding school for the first couple of years was rough for me. It was very militant in style, and I was not a militant kid. Insert picture of fat, lumpy Beansy, and I was your average nerd who really didn't have life that hard. So going from mommy's boy to militant nothingness, big change, and I wasn't mentally prepared for that. I'm rambling. The main thing is every weekend that I went home, the worst part came on Monday morning when I had to go back to boarding school. I used to have to hide in my bedroom, lock my door, hide in the kitchen. I used to do everything to avoid going back to boarding school. Eventually, it got to a point where the worst part wasn't arriving back at boarding school. The worst part was my parents convincing me to get into the car. Now, the analogy of momentum that my dad and I always use is going through the hostel doors. Because the second you've gone through the hostel doors, metaphorically, the second you've started on the right path, you've procrastinated, you've done everything you can to avoid either a responsibility or a task you want to do in life. The main problem isn't doing the task. The main problem is walking through the hostel doors. Metaphorically. Again. Because once you've gone through the hostel doors, once you've started, everyone's talking about their weekend. You hear about who kissed whose fucking sister, who went to that party, who watched what rugby game, who went to Port Alfred on the weekend, who went to this party, who saw that person, who did all the cool shit. And you're all just trading stories, and you're all back in boarding school. You're all in it together. The hardest part is just walking through the hostel doors. That is it. So, the analogy that my old man used for me today was, I want to do the internet marketing thing, the social media marketing thing. Thank you. Insert picture of Iman Gutsi. And the hardest thing is just walking through the hostel doors. The hardest thing is just running my first ad campaign. The hardest thing is just starting. I can plan as long as the day is. I can plan, I can strategize, I can tweak before doing the main work. The main shit of a social media marketing agency is just marketing on social media.
Oh my God! Wow!
This is a message to me and every other me out there. Take it from me. I know you want to start working out. I know you want to start taking better care of yourself. I know you've said that you're going to stop watching too much TV. I know you said you're going to start eating better. I know you said you're going to be a better family man. I know you said you're going to be a better son. I know you said you're going to be there for your friends. I know you said you're going to be a better father. I know that you want to be the mother your kids deserve. I know you keep saying this to yourself. Whatever your goal in life is, whatever your hostel door is, the hardest part is just walking through it. Once you start, it is the easiest thing. It is your new standard. It is, after I walk through the hostel doors, we're going along with this analogy. Once I started getting into it, I got excited on Sunday evening. I'm going back to hostel with my brothers. We're going to hear all the coolest stories. We're going to cause shit because we all live together. It's like a giant fucking sleepover. So every day, I was a lazy shitbag for the past few years of my life. Now, every single day, I wake up excited because I get to do my core in the morning. I get to tick off important items from my checklist. I get to be the guy who reads. I get to be the guy who works out. I get to be the guy who looks after himself. You know how cool that is? Walk through the hostel doors. Whatever it is for you. This is a message for me too. I've still got hostel doors to walk through. Do it. You will never regret it. Anyway, that is a little more animated than I thought today was going to be. I thought I was just going to have a little romantic date with you guys, and now I ended up sitting shirtless, ranting into a spatula, and I didn't even get to drink my...
Well, what color's your Bugatti?
Water with bubbles. Anyway, guys, I hope this was a great first date for you. The only reason I did it like this is I get no first dates. So I hope the point landed. And as I keep saying, if you guys are going through anything, or if you guys just want to talk, reach out. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay hard. Why are you still here? Going through the hostel doors? Or some shit, I don't know. I'm not David Goggins. Do not do sit-ups after drinking sparkling water.